How you going, Virgo? We're going to do your reading quickly. It should go, you'll see I use 4 different decks, and we'll use the last deck to clarify everything and make sure everything comes out the exact way that Spirit wants it to come out. We'll see that it goes into the heart of the matter, the current feelings, the current thoughts, how people feel, the unconscious, the past, and the future. And we'll also be using reversals as well. Ooh. With the world on the past side, it shows you completed something out. The world has come full circle, if that makes sense. You've completed something out over there. And then you're extremely excited over here. Ooh, extremely excited. And see, maybe got a legacy coming. So Spirit wants you to protect that, because I can see the protection card under that in itself. Give me this thing. Been shuffling these cards for ages to make sure they come out exactly right. Everything in the direction that the Spirit wants them to be. Yeah, man. Look, whatever this was on this side, because it's in reverse on that side, right, is the Knight of Wands, same card over here. So it's passionate now. Whatever it was on this side, not so passionate, that's for sure. You can see that thoroughly. Right? Alright, where's my pen? Alright, these 2 cards in the reading, that's its opposing energies. This is the unconscious, you can't see this. The shadows. This is the conscious, so your thoughts and theories. That is the heart of the matter in itself, the way people view you, the worldly views, hopes and fears, the outcome in itself, okay, the past and the future. What we've got to do now is just make sure we take 3 cards and just chuck them over there. 3 random cards. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, if we've got to clarify anything, I'll clarify it with that deck in itself, and then we'll go past with this deck at the end and make sure it's done right. Let's have a look here. Wow. On the past, it wasn't. With a 3 of Wands in reverse, it shows in the past, you weren't stepping in that right direction, okay? Now, what we're just talking about, even though it's the Knight, it's the 4 of Wands, okay? So the 4 of Wands is completion. Okay, it's something coming full circle, I suppose. It's like a finish line, if that makes sense. Something finished, so it's time to celebrate in itself. But it does show you've got something coming in. You are love in itself. You are a lovely person. You know how to love. You are like somebody emotionally, intuitively intelligent, yes, but somebody who's very generous, emotionally balanced. The unconscious is the best way to say that, because you're somewhat friendly, wise, and diplomatic. So not very controlling. You don't suppress your emotions. There's no need for insecurity. You're rational at times where you need to be rational. You always think with your head and your heart rather than your heart over your head or your head over your heart. So it puts both in there. So the perfect balance in itself. And does show you whatever was on that side where you couldn't step off. All it did was teach you to know your worth, okay? Know your worth, and that's the best way to say it. There was a lot of emotion there on that side because you've got cups over there. But you can see that you've walked away for the right reason, if that makes sense, okay? You've walked away because in itself, you're feeling stuck in a current situation. Feeling caged, escapism, okay, and that's what that means in reverse. In itself, it's like you walked away and then you don't regret it, which is magnificent because you're excited here and she's excited there in itself. So it's those magnificent. There's justice on the justice is on your side. It's the best way to say that, okay. But the person you were dealing with was very, very, very okay, because this is where it comes into play. You can have the best relationships ever, but if somebody's not in touch with their feelings because the Queen of Cups is in reverse, it shows that a person can be, yes, the opposite to that, which is controlling or suppressing. Somebody was feeling insecure. They needed to listen more, okay? And what do I mean by insecure? I mean like somebody put a lot of their insecurities onto you, okay? And we'll see that in the past here, but it does show that here because you may not have seen it, but that's why the justice is there. There was 2 faces to that justice in itself. See how it's talking about you, the perfect balance of masculine to feminine, perfect balance of masculine to feminine. It shows that there in itself. And whoever this soul wasn't, this was, they were emotionally blackmailing you. They were very irrational. It was an opportunity to take your power back, which was beautiful. But there might have been chances where they made you feel insecure. It's like they told you to listen more. You're very excited. Very excited. There's no victory. 6 of Wands upright is victory, and it's on their side, there's no victory. It's the best way to say that. There's no victory there, and that's the truth, because that's why you completed it out. Okay, but look how excited you are going into the future, which is magnificent, stepping off in that right direction, knowing your worth, and then holding on to your value, knowing justice is coming around to balance that scale out. is absolutely beautiful in itself. Yeah, Spirit says you're released it. See, we got the full circle here. The Hangman needs to be released, okay? It's stagnant, and it's like you're stagnant there in itself. Somebody emotionally blackmailing you. Like, this is what I mean. So you can control your emotions, which is beautiful, but they can't. So therefore, what they do is they suppress those emotions, make you feel insecure, and then you've got to basically protect your energy, if that makes sense, around the person. You do have something coming in, and I know you know that because that horse is rearing up in the background, which is like freedom, it's like balance, it's like strength, endurance. So on the, yeah, you've got a legacy coming in, which is beautiful, okay? They're protected, okay, because you can see she's protecting it with her happiness and positivity. And see, there might have been illusions here in the past, okay? A lot of deception here. You are a divine blessing, okay, and that's beautiful in itself. But yeah, it's time to complete that out in itself. Yeah, divine, ooh. That level of ascension is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, there's clarity there for somebody, okay? You've received clarity, which is magnificent, yeah? Let's have a look here. You've ended it out for a specific reason. Symbolic death is there, so which is the ending in itself. Let's have a look at the future before we go on. See, the Three of Wands is on their side for these cards, which is their side. It's in reverse. Okay, so whatever was like before we even turned these cards for the future in itself, it shows that there was no growth there. Okay, there was no, you were not able to grow if you were dealing with a person who was not in touch with their feelings. We're talking to a person who was not very grounded. Somebody who was, yeah, definitely controlling or suppressive and emotional blackmail, irrational in that sort of instance. But it does show that there was a lot of financial stress. They were very self-absorbed. They were fake. There was overindulgence in some sort of way, okay? And there was over-focusing on the material aspects of life, which means fake, okay? So now we're into the future here. No wonder you're excited because you're stepping off in the right direction. Three of Wands on their side is not good, if that makes sense, because it's in reverse. But on your side, it's the right way. See how it shows that she's stepping off in the right direction, and to see what's on the horizon. It's like you're waiting for your ships to come in, and there's your ship in the background. So that's what she's doing there. She's waiting on the beach for the ship to come in, and there's the ship coming in the background there, which is beautiful. You can see that there, which is magnificent. But we'll have a look at the past here in itself. Yeah, there's some sort of, yeah, you're fearless at the time you needed to be fearless, which is beautiful, showing strength and compassion, things like that. Yeah, you are a divine blessing, and they're in regret. They're in regret, but spiritually, you were spiritually guided away from it. Look, Six of Swords was spiritually guided away, because there's you jumping off there onto there, and there's you are sitting down waiting for your ships to come in, and there you are just waiting, if that makes sense, while you're enthusiastic about life. No victory on their side. Spirit says protect your energy, okay? And you can see that she's sitting in a glass here, just looking at 3 cups, not realizing there was a cup there, and they were in a cup, if that makes sense. So it does show a lot of aspect on the material aspects of life, and it does show spoiled brat, somebody greedy in themselves. You had hope there though, and it yeah, but there was manipulation, big time manipulation. They stabbed you completely and utterly in the back, and they broke your heart. It's the best one. Look at that. Devil with the 10 of Swords with the 3 of Swords. Broken heart completely. Yeah, that's why you've got justice on your side, and that's why justice is there in itself. So you can know that communication will come soon about justice as you step on, because of their two-faced individuals. Look at this. The 2 faces to justice, yeah, and the 2 faces to deception. Look how malevolent that looks. It's like they were laughing behind your back in itself, but that's on their side. So you can see that, yeah, they're in regret at the present moment. They hurt you. They stabbed you in the back, okay? Look how bad that is. Broken heart, stabbed in the back, devil, regret, spiritually guided away with hope, because you did have hope there. You did have hope there, okay? But justice is coming out. Their aid of inspiration is communication. It's good news coming in soon, if that makes sense, about the deception. And you can see it as it jumps straight to the 10 of Swords, and then to the release, and then to the completion. And then we also had the death there in itself. So yeah, there was nothing good there, if that makes sense. We'll pull this side and have a look, okay? Because whatever it is, you got something coming in which is beautiful. It's 10 of Cups maybe in itself, okay? You're very strong. Very strong. Very strong. Very, very strong in itself, yeah? Spirit says put boundaries in place, and big time boundaries at that. Like the Emperor, you may have a divine soul coming in some sort of way, but the Emperor's control is authority in itself. So it says you release that in order to have the beautiful things come in with passion and enthusiasm, infectious enthusiasm. Success is on the way. It's the best way to say that. You know, find what lights you up at the present moment, because that's beautiful in itself. But it does show it's harvest time, bounty time, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's fate. The fate's on your side. The karma is on your side. So you can see the wheel turning around, and the justice is on theirs. So that's the fate. That's the wheel of, that's karma. All right, it's on your side, and the justice. that's coming in for that receipt is on their side. So you can see they're going to get it for the depression they put into your life, okay, and which stopped you from growing. Wouldn't have stopped you from growing. Then that's the best way to say it. You have beauty on your side. The sun in itself. Alexa, what is the meaning of the Sun card tarot?
The sun is an indication of happiness, contentment, vitality, self-confidence, and success.
Beautiful.
Sometimes referred
Alexa,
to as...
Stop. You can see that you have beauty coming in, okay? You have beauty. You've gone well within your soul, okay, in order to bring this into themselves because of the depression, see? That it just in itself, you are the Empress, which is beautiful, okay? The solar plexus is screaming at you. That makes sense. You can see that you've got equilibrium coming in itself. They may be juggling thoughts from the past at the present moment, okay, about the things that they've done to you. But we can see that there was no success there. Six upright is success. 6 wands upright is full success, like big time success. On their side, no success. And it shows you fearless. Fearless. It's come back out again. Very fearless. Okay, you trusted the divine inspiration in order to guide you towards where you were, because that's the communication you're receiving at the present moment, and you're fearless. That's why the justice is on your side. The sun is shining because the devil was there. You've gone well with him because they stabbed you in the back, okay? And you've cried too much, Empress, if that makes sense. That's why spiritually you were guided away from that, and that's why they're thinking, if that makes sense, from all the depression they put in your life. You were fated to be there, but they didn't want to see the growth, so therefore that's out. So that's why you have something which is what you're hoping for coming in, if that makes sense. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, and it finishes and completions on their side. Look at the sadness they had in your life. Look how sad they made you. Clear up. Yeah, look, tears coming out of her eyes. Not good. It does show why you're holding on to your value, though, and why you'd be excited, okay, to complete that out, okay? So it does say protect your energy from anything from the past that you've released, okay, because they're regretting at the present moment. Okay, if they step off, they're going to be stepping off in the wrong direction because it's in the wrong direction, if that makes sense. And there's just nothing there, if that makes sense, because the Eight of Cups is in reverse. See how it's upside down? All the cups, if it was up like that, walking away and there'd be a chance in itself. But because it's like that, all the emotions got to fall out because it's turned to ice, if that makes sense. That's what happens when you play with divine souls. Yeah. Spirit doesn't like that. What we're going to do is have a look at the heart of the matter, and then look at that. There it is here. You can trust in between the High Priestess, okay, the High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles here, and the High Priestess. So 2 High Priestess and a Ten of Pentacles. It's like Spirit's guiding that towards you. So trust your intuition at the present moment, and trust any messages you receive, things like that, okay, in itself, which is beautiful, okay. You've got a wish coming true because there it is making it from there, okay, and there it is coming over there in itself, so which is beautiful in itself. We'll clarify at the end to make sure of that. But it does show that what you were dealing with in the past, there was nothing there for your heart. It's the best way to say that. There was nothing there. There was no wish. It's the best way to say that, because on their side, the wish is in reverse. And it shows that there thoroughly, which means, I'll read it straight out of the book. Yeah, there was delayed gratification there, unfilled desires, smugness. You were dealing with somebody smug, unmanifested dreams. There was greed blocking your path. I did say that in itself, that we were talking about somebody who was fake. There was greed blocking that path. They're not appreciating the simple things in life, so why would Spirit bless them, if that makes sense, in order to make sure it... And it says it in the book, a need to find the rocket fuel of positivity and optimism, which means there was just a massive need to like release this depression over here in order to, because look at that, look at the middle of the reading over here, complete depression, and then it shows it here, okay, which is why you're fated to leave it, so you could grow in that mind. There was no growth there, the best way to say it, but it's funny that it says it in there. A need to find the rocket fuel of positivity and optimism, which means that you were dealing with somebody not grateful, and you can see that there, like a spoiled brat in itself. And it does show you hold true to your self. Your value is beautiful. Okay, you've got stability coming into the future. That's magnificent. So be excited as you come towards it, and that's beautiful. Let's have a look at the way people see you and the worldly views. Yeah, see, look, there's the Five of Cups. There's the Five of Cups. They know that you're sad. They friends, family, other people, whoever this is in itself, they know you were sad. They know why you manifested out of that in itself, because you're extreme sad. Look at the tears coming from there. Like, and that's the same card here in itself, okay? Because that's you there, the King of Cups, and the sadness that was there in itself, okay? Which is why you had to go on your pursuit to get out of there. And it's just whatever the views were there, it wasn't good. In your universe, in the world sees the way that, see, that's the universe there, but in your universe, it was very sad, which is why you've got to leave there, if that makes sense. These are hopes and fears. Yeah, look at that. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me, right? They're sad. That's right. They're sad. Okay, that's funny that they're sad, but they can understand, right? That they can understand and see it from your point of view, right? But now they're thinking about coming back. Okay, it's like they may be thinking about coming back to break that heart again, if that makes sense. So just watch that, okay? Because of the in itself, okay? But just also watch you, okay? There's a wish coming, okay? And make sure you're manifesting out of positivity, okay? Because that's what that is in itself. Don't be thinking about people breaking your heart, because it's like in your hopes and your fears. It's like you're fearing something coming in to break your heart again into the future. We'll clarify that at the end, but it does show that you may be fearing somebody coming in to break that heart because you've gone through so much sadness, see, in your world, and it's manifested its way in over and over and over and over and over again, that you've put an ending to it so you could grow in itself. Of course, the conflict around lovers and love in itself, which is the Four of Wands, which shows you've ended it, you've completed it out. It's time to be celebratory, if that makes sense, and celebrate. But it shows that in your hopes and your fears that you are fearing at the present moment, okay? And it does show that, okay, the universal wish won't come in while you are fearing it, if that makes sense. So that's why we've got to clear that heart chakra in order to make sure the wish comes in for you. So that way, when we lead towards that kundalini and having all that heaven on earth and all the chakras aligning into themselves, we can get that joy coming in and happiness. You can see you're hermiting, you may be shutting off from the world a little bit, but you would be. That's completely another turmoil. That's sadness, painful crisis, endings and things like that. And it was sad for you and completely sad. But you do have something coming in. I'm telling you the truth. So when you manifest, just make sure you clear the thoughts, okay? Because continually thinking back to the future may end up manifesting back in. Let's have a look at the outcome and then we'll do the final read. Yeah, it was hard work, man. Look, see, there's the depression there. And there it is in reverse. Okay, it was hard work and determination. You've put the hard time in. See the eye upside down? Look at it, sleepy because of the depression. You can see it right there in itself. But it's in reverse now into the future. So it shows you're going to get rid of all that sadness and things, okay? But we just got to clear that heart up in itself. And it's hard work, yes, I know, but the same card's right here in the crown in itself. Crown leading into the future as well. Beautiful. You're very passionate. Look, the Three of Swords has come out. So it's in reverse on their side, and Three of Wands is in reverse on their side, but it's on here as well. You're stepping in the right direction. Look, it's like you're kicking that domino effect out. Be confident at the present moment. Be confident because it's in your crown to be confident, if that makes sense. Don't think about the delayed stuff that's happened from the past because there was no success there and it did break your heart, okay? But it does show that you are extreme confidence. You are bold, confident, pursuing those dreams as you step off into the right direction, which is magnificent in itself, but it does show thoroughly. Yeah, you've got something coming in, which is beautiful, okay? So watch out for the Tower from the past. All right, well, what we're going to do is put a card on each to make sure, a couple of cards maybe on each to make sure that they all come out right. And so you got, hold true to your value, know your worth in life. Temperance Angel is there to watch over and keep you safe, okay? See the sun here in the future? There it is in the background, rising for a new day in itself, okay? You are the Empress, and it's in between the sun and the Empress, so you may be shadowing at the present moment, shutting yourself off from the world a bit, okay? That's fair in itself, okay? That's clarity in itself. So, yeah, you may be shutting yourself off from the world. You are an Empress. You are an Empress. You are unconditional love, so it does show you that there. The strength that you've had is absolutely amazing in itself. Let's have a look at this unforeseen at the present moment. Yeah. There was no teamwork in the past, but you can guarantee going into the future that there's teamwork coming in itself, okay? And it's fated for you to get that. It's fated for you to get that, okay? That's the best way to say that. It's fated for you to get teamwork, okay? You co-create with the Divine, the Holy Trinity. There may have been 3 people in this relationship. There may have been some sort of 3 people relationship, a lot of karmics having their discussion in, okay? But it's come to see you had hope there, okay? But now because of the hope there and it failing, you've got hope into the future, if that makes sense. 2 cards, success. You can guarantee that Spirit's going to give you that wish because it's in your heart. We just got to clear that heart leading into the future. You completed it out for a specific reason. Remember we're talking about the 4 of Wands? Well, it's just come into your theory up here. The 6 of Wands is reversed, but the hope that you have leading into the future is going to bring that 6 of Wands upright leading into the future, so that can clear that out. The chakra there, the head chakra, the crown chakra, if that makes sense, because you've finished it, if that makes sense. It's finished. It's time to celebrate. Look how celebrating that is in itself. Yeah, you are hermiting. We've got to be honest about that. There it is there in the center of the reading, and it's also there as well. So it does show you shutting yourself off from the world is why you manifest at the present moment, because you're manifesting into your world. It's the same card here in the world. So you're shutting yourself off from the world at the present moment because of the sadness, but you would do that. You would. That's a human thing to do in itself, okay? Yeah, just stick to your morals and integrity. It's absolutely beautiful, eh? You're absolutely very communicative, beautiful soul, and you deserve absolutely everything because leading into your future, yeah, you're a very clear thinker. very clear thinker, because we've got the Hermit there, and then him, and he's a clear thinker, and then the Hermit's there as a thinker. That makes sense. It shows you're brave, and courage is magnificent, okay? And you have the ability to think yourself through and correct complex situations in your spiritual pursuits. It's absolutely beautiful. Clear thinker. I'll chuck another card on that. But it shows there, yeah, you're working on yourself, man. You are working thoroughly. It's magnificent. Releasing burdens. Working on yourself, releasing burdens. Look, you're the Fool in itself, which is beautiful. Which is, the Fool is stepping off in the right direction. But you can see that we're stepping off in that right direction. But the Fool is taking that leap of faith. Okay, and that's beautiful. In the heart, it's time to celebrate. Look at all the celebration we've got in the heart. Celebrate that heart. Okay. They're over here as well. They're regretting. I'm telling you the truth. They're regretting what they did. They're regretting the sadness they put into your life. Okay, and they can see that you know your worth now, because it's right here as well, because they can see that, okay? I want to have a look at these hopes and fears, okay, because it's definitely fear there, okay, leading into the future. Yeah, we got to release the fear, all right? So that's what it means. So the moon has things while we're manifesting, I'll say it. So you're manifesting into the world at the present moment, and you're manifesting good stuff, okay, with your aces, and your new rebirth in itself. But it does show that you don't want to manifest that, if that makes sense, which is the devil, which is this. You don't want to manifest this devil back into your life, or a new devil that's exactly the same of it. So what we need to do is clear that, just release fears at the present moment and have faith. That's what that is, a trust in faith, okay? You're manifesting beautifully, okay? Spirit says put boundaries in place, because it's right here as well. The Emperor, put boundaries in place, okay? And that'll stop them from trapping you in your mind, okay? Because you are beautiful. You are unconditional love. That card there is the unconditional love of the Emperor. So it does show your heart is beautiful, and we did explain that at the start. You're a very clear thinker, okay? You've learnt the trials and tribulations at the present moment, which is beautiful for the next step, to bring in the 10 of Cups and last card, okay? Because of the ending and rebirth that you've had, okay? That you're manifesting at the present moment. It's literally the same cards coming out over and over again. You've got a beautiful outcome, that's for sure, okay? So be enthusiastic about it. But the only thing, if I was to say anything, is to release any fear at the present moment around the past, because there's nostalgia there, and there's the broken heart. So if we release that, by putting boundaries in, it'll free up that mind, if that makes sense, because it's free there. It's just trapped in that thought, okay? And then the wish will come in, because that 9 will turn upright, if that makes sense, because it's in the 10. 10 of Cups is in the completion here, so it shows you're going to get it anyway, regardless, because you learned the lessons. But once you clear that heart up and then release the fears, that'll come in instantly, okay? Because you completed it out thoroughly. Not only completed there, and Spirit says protect your energy and released it thoroughly, because the whole thing is centered around the deception. There's justice coming in on their side. Just know your worth. You're beautiful. You're the Empress. It's beautiful. Temperance angels there watching over you, keeping you safe, and that's clarity. And also got to do leading into the future. And this is the truth: is know your worth. You're a clear thinker, and release the burdens. Okay, because you are thinking at the present moment. Whoever this is over here, they're in regret. I'm telling you the truth, because look, they didn't see the blessing in itself. See how Spirit's drawn his hands. Divine aces are divine gifts, and they're drawn his hands. See the hand offering the blessing, and now they can't see it. If that makes sense. So they're now acting like a spoilt brat, because it's right here, the same card right here, the cup there. But you know your worth, because it's the same card. You know your worth now, which is beautiful. Okay, you're the Empress. Protect that. You're a lovely, beautiful person. Take care, and God bless.